everyone. We're continuing our walkthrough now of SpongeBob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom 15-minute version. This is part 46 of our SpongeBob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom 15-minute version walkthrough. In the last part, we did the industrial park, like, you know, Robot Patrick, and we talked with Plankton right after. And we did all this stuff that Plankton had to say. And, because Plankton will have new stuff to say 3 times, but you'll only hear SpongeBob talking with him 2/3 of the times. So yeah, it could prove to you that we beat Robot Patrick, and we're in the 3rd part of Bikini Bottom talking to everyone. And we finished up with Plankton in the last video, so we'll continue now. And oh, I forgot to tell you in the last video, you could tell Plankton was right by, across from this. You could tell Plankton was right down by this spot, like say standing wise, right about where I'm standing. But now you could tell he's by the chum bucket. And then Bubble Buddy was like right here, or right here actually. But now you could see he's close to the theater instead. And Mr. Krabs was in between these trees. You could tell where I'm circling around. But now he's close to the Krusty Krab. So here's a question for you to post the answer as a comment on this video. So you know how Plankton usually was right where I showed you I was standing where he was in the 2nd part of Bikini Bottom, but now he's close to the chum bucket, and Mr. Krabs was right here in between these trees, but now he's close to the Krusty Krab? Since Plankton's the owner of the chum bucket and Mr. Krabs is the owner of the Krusty Krab, why would Plankton and Mr. Krabs want to be by their restaurants instead of like at the place where Bubble Buddy is, to like mix it up a little bit? Tell me why as a comment on this video, because I don't understand why. So now we'll get shiny objects, because you could tell this is a new part of Bikini Bottom. So starting wise, remind me it's 156.36, because or 156.31 actually, because I'm gonna ask you a little later on in this video how many shiny objects we can get in this place, or in this part of Bikini Bottom. Just shiny objects alone. So you see, when you bowl this dumpster like so, you get a sock. And when we collect this sock, you can tell we're now 31/50ths done with the game. Oh, and I'll also tell you what our spatulas are going to be. So do you see this exit? This will lead us to SpongeBob's dream, and we're going to do all the spatulas in there. Or no, actually we're going to say this to like, we're going to say this till a bit later. We're going to...
Bubble Buddy, I bet the next move you teach me will be the best one ever.
See, you can tell we're right by Bubble Buddy, and he's granting us a new move. So, proving wise to you, that means we'll go to Jellyfish Field in just about a minute.
Abso-positively, SpongeBob!
Super pinky shake on it?
I would if I had pinkies.
Here, I'll blow you some.
Yeah, maybe later. Now, pay attention, SpongeBob. This bubble's a doozy.
Paying my entire salary in attention.
When you're not moving, press this button, and you'll blow a bubble that you can steer as it flies through the air.
So see, the nickname is the cruise bubble, and it's just by pulling the the L trigger.
Wow!
Aim carefully, though. You've only got a few seconds of flight time before the bubble pops.
And in this case, the few seconds is 5.
How a bubble blowing machine.
So you could tell Bubble Buddy just granted us the cruise bubble. So now first we'll get all the shiny objects around here and the socks. And that we can. So now let me think. Since we decided to save SpongeBob's dream until later, after we collect all these shiny objects, I need to think about what we're gonna do for our spatulas to reach our requirement of 50. So now you can tell the 50 for Bikini Bottom is right here. So now we'll talk Mr. Krabs.
What's wrong, Mr. Krabs? You don't look so good.
Because I was thinking we'll do all the spatulas here, but we'll do all the, we'll do all of these, we'll do all these spatulas in Bikini Bottom, and then after we finish up talking with Mr. Krabs, I'll tell you what we're gonna do for our spatulas when we after we get the sock in Jellyfish Fields. Because after we open this challenge that Mr. Krabs is giving us, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the sock in Jellyfish Fields that we're missing, and then do the remaining spatulas in Bikini Bottom for sure, as well as get those other socks. But there's one more, I'll tell you that. And I'll tell you, spatula-wise, what we'll get to reach our requirement of 50 to do the kelp forest after we finish up this discussion with Mr. Krabs.
You gotta help me, boy. The Krusty Krab's been overrun by a bunch of them hoodlum robots of yours.
They've booted me out! And worse, they've got hold of me beautiful shiny objects!
Defiling the Krusty Krab? Is there no end to their evil? What are we going to do, Mr. Krabs?
We, meaning you, are going to clear the robots out, get me back me restaurant, and most importantly, rescue me money!
So now you can tell spatula-wise that opens in the station at the Krusty Krab. And it's kind of funny, because do you see how many spatulas we have total, both open and what we haven't gotten? You could tell sock-wise we have the same amount. And it's kind of funny too, because I didn't realize that in Bikini Bottom in the first video, that when I told you, in whatever first of the videos I told you that there are 8 spatulas for a place, there are the same number of socks here in this case. Do you realize that? So you remember sock-wise, since we have 62, you remember me telling you that, sock-wise, we're 31/50ths done with the game, right? Okay. So now, after we get these shiny objects, like I said, we're gonna go to Jellyfish Fields. And then, after that, we'll see what, what spatulas we'll do as our requirements for the kelp forest. See, that time I got the rhythm pretty much. See, it's a pretty catchy tune to sing to as well. See, the tartar sauce couldn't stand up. It's pretty funny. Give me that biz. See, we're at exactly 15,900. Wait, I'm gonna try something. See, when Patrick's going up, we use we change into SpongeBob. Do you realize that? So now, we have to wait till these floating tikis gives us an advantage for us to climb them, up them. Because we have to get on top of them to reach the sock, or we could go the long way. But oh right, it's actually right here close to the drain lake. I think I was thinking halfway ahead. Now see, we're above 16,000 shiny objects. Gotcha. Alright. I got the tartar just in time. Did you notice that? So now you can tell when we stand on this pressure plate. You remember, like I showed you earlier, when we first began Jellyfish Lake, when we did Jellyfish Fields, these floating tikis appear. And they only appear when standing on this pressure plate. So that can prove to you that because they said that you need the cruise bubble move, which we just got granted in this video, we need to use it in order to destroy these 5 floating tikis. So now we'll cruise bubble them. And see, only the one I just destroyed first is moving up and down. Did you realize that? See, I think the sock appeared at about the same time the Jellyfish Fields melody began again. So now we'll get the last sock for here. Did you see where it was? Because that's where it is, right at the point of the thing, right in front of the pressure plate before jumping down to here. So now, it's kind of funny too, because do you see that, sock-wise, it's the switch around of our spatula number? So now, let me think. Yeah, I actually decided. So we're going to do the remaining spatulas in Bikini Bottom, and we're going to do the Jellyfish Fields spatulas before we do the Kelp Forest. So that can prove to you that we need to go to the spatula named On Top of Shady Shoals. And when we're standing on the pressure plate, we're going to stop the video there. So we'll stand on the pressure plate after I bold this. And save our game because when we were in Jellyfish Field, we just got a sock and not a spatula, and we'll stop the part here. And I can't explain what we did in this video because we're out of time. So yeah, that'll end it for part 46, and I'll see you guys in part 47.